What's up, folks? How's everybody doing? I want to talk to you all about the so-called get the bag, right? I just want to talk about it because I see a lot of content creators really pushing this envelope on telling our folk, you got to get that bag at all costs. You got to stay on the grind. You know, don't take your foot off the pedal and all that. Look, I've been doing content since 2006, and I started really with MySpace. I started uploading music when Napster started, MP3.com. So we're talking, what, mid 90s? Social media wasn't even popping in. It wasn't until YouTube till things started really getting really bananas. This particular channel right now, if you were to look at my information, this channel go all the way back to when YouTube started. It's 2007. YouTube started in 2006. I started putting content up in 2007. So I'm not just somebody who just talking the talk. I've been walking the walk for a mighty long time. And since YouTube, I've expanded my network to Roku, Fire Stick, Apple, and I have a successful radio show for the past close 15 years. Well, 12, 13 with Speaker. I started with Blog Talk Radio. I've been in broadcasting most of my life. And it's been a really beautiful thing. But I've never seen so many people making content that is really trash content, man. It really is. It's just like a lot of people just jump on YouTube, throw videos together, hoping to get a check. That's all they're doing. You know, if I see another person doing a food show and giving their opinion on what food tastes like, I would just literally just scream. You know, no culinary skills, no food skills, eating probably the worst inflammation grease that it was cooked in, saturated oils, trans fats. The kitchen probably looked like crap, but you say the food is good and you go out right behind them and buy it. I just find that totally hysterical, hilarious that some person with no culinary skill just tell you something tastes good and you just go out and do it. Just be a follower and go eat it. I just find those types of channels very bizarre. Now, the people who have the skill and they're really giving it. You can tell when a person has skills and when they're talking about doing content with food. They talk about specs. They talk about cleanliness. They talk about food safety issues, culinary skills, pots and pans make a big difference what you cook in, what type of utensils you cut with, what kind of cutting boards, because all cutting boards are not good cutting boards. The best cutting board to use with food and kitchen is Titanic. It's really like a platinum. But most folks don't know that. These people are cooking your food on tables. They don't sanitize their hands. You don't never look at the kitchen. And they're using like a blend oil. Blend oil is a cheap oil. It's called like a cottonseed oil, a canola oil, and a sunflower. That is so high in inflammation. That'll give you hypertension, gout. It literally will start your gout if you don't have gout. It will give you joint issues, but you don't know that. They just taste the food and make content. I mean, it's bizarre. So make a long story short, I see a lot of people just talking about getting a bag. There's nothing wrong with trying to get paid, man, for what you do. There's nothing wrong with, you trying to educate others how to follow that same protocol. But I find it very disheartening when people will do anything for their bag. And I'm keeping it a buck, okay? Half of these cats on YouTube, men and women, that's telling y'all to get this bag, they have no light. They have no spirituality. They basically are just gophers. I call them gophers because they'll do anything for that bag. And 98%, when they start getting paid well, what do they say? I'm blessed. And they don't understand the significance of words, because when a person say they're blessed, that means they're less. To be blessed is to be less than what you are an hour ago, a day ago. But they don't understand how words play on their lifestyle. So let's say you're doing great and you come on the camera and say, I'm so blessed today, you're saying you're less today. And you want to know why you work so hard and keep your foot on the gas, because you don't understand words. And if you do not understand the proper dictionary of words, the words are what's holding you back. It's got nothing to do with the grind. I find it very satisfying to not be able to put out 6-7 videos a day. I won't do that shit. It don't make sense to me. And I still buy anything I want. I live the way I live. My wife and I, we do very well. My kids are good. I don't understand it, man. I see this shit and I just maybe because I'm older, I see things different. That whole 6-7 videos a day, 6 days a week, God damn, I mean, at some point, man, you got to just look at your life and say, what the hell are you doing? Some people are so eager to make 6 figures a month, they'll sell their soul to do that. Just think about this, though. See, I'm not calling names. I think that's tacky. You're a grown ass man, grown ass woman. What do you want to do? You want to do. I'm just having the conversations, right? I find it bizarre as hell, though, when I see these dudes, these people, and the first time they get a little change in their pocket, the first thing they go get is Louis Vuitton. Our people are so fucking destroyed. I mean, man, look, I know you got to put some on your back, and I know let me tell you, I'm just going to be kicking it 100. What's the first thing a content creator does when he get a little change in his pocket? Go get a Rolex. That's the first thing they do. They believe if they can show jewelry, if they can show status, if they can show they made it. And half of these people that sell you this shit don't even like your kind, man. I can tell you right now, Louis, Gucci, Versace, Balenciaga do not like people of color. Not Negro, what do you call them, Black Americans? They don't. They despise you. And then you can sit back and say, well, I had a meeting with them. I talked to them. Man, these people tell you anything. Now our people trying to roar Tom Ford. Tom Ford told you how he feel about Jay-Z. You don't think he feel like... Y'all, I mean, I just don't get it. Why you can make content, you get paid, man. Do what you will, right? And that's that old saying by Alex LaCrawley. Do what thou wilt. It's an old satanic saying. But why do we have to go out here and get Louis Vuitton, Versace, Chanel? What do our people do that? It's the most bizarre thing ever. I just never seen nothing like it. You got to get, man, there's no way I'll pay $500 for some damn Gucci flippers. Not because I don't have it. I just don't, what's the point? I'm going to be a billboard for Gucci. And it's just like our people don't feel like they made it unless they can brag or show you what they were. And they make the worst clothes. Let's just keep it a buck, man. Louis Vuitton, all that shit is made out of Malaysia. The only thing they did is put their stamp on it. Their hats are awful. I seen Louis Vuitton hats, they look like shit. Gucci hat, they just put their symbol on it. But, you rocking it. If you got a name and content and everybody rocking with you, why not put your initials on your own garment and rock it and let them buy it from you? But we've been trained to build up all of these billionaires and trillionaires so that we'll look like we made it if we can wear their brand. It's facts. These people would not ever put on nothing of ours. They would never put nothing on, but we will die tooth and nail to put their shit on. And time you get your first check, you're going to get that Gucci. You're going to get that Louis. And it's going to ruffle some people's feather that do content on YouTube because that's the way they roll. All you talk about is the bag. I don't understand a guy like that. A woman, the bag. And every time they think they spiritual, they say some shit like, I'm blessed. Well, you just said you less. To say to be blessed is to mean to be less. You don't know words. Most of these people have no light. They have zero light. And you don't have to point the finger, man. You just see the way they roll. They very big into entertainers. They love entertainers. If they meet an entertainer, they'll be, man, I love you. You don't even know the nigga, but you're going to tell you love them. Our people in content creating, their biggest goal is to meet entertainers. The biggest goal is to even do videos with these guys, to have a sit down. That's their biggest goal, man. No matter how much money they make, they still say they ain't got enough. That's right there is a point of ruins of a man or woman to say, I make 6 figures a month, but it ain't enough. You know, that means right there, you no matter what you get, you'll never be satisfied. You can make $1 million a month and you still won't be satisfied. Well, I travel. Yash, do you travel? I got a world passport. I can go anywhere in the world. And I got an American passport. But I don't have to prove it to you. Why should I have my shit stomped so I can come back and show you this is where I'm at? For what? I want to uplift you. I want you to win. That's why I talk about the trust. Our people don't know shit about the trust. If you understood how to work, how to get your access to QV trust, something like that, yeah. Girl, you wouldn't put your foot on the gas no more. We're human. We don't supposed to be out here trying to break our damn necks to try to get to get the bag, as we say, and try to just make 6 figures a month. That's people literally put out 5 to 7 videos a day. My question to you, what happens when YouTube paused? Because they did it in 2021. What happened when they paused it? See, because when you make content, you're not an entrepreneur. YouTube is your employer. Whether whether you accept it or not, that is your employer. You know that, right? Okay. YouTube is your employer. And just like any other employer, if they decide to stop today, what happens? I respect it more if you did Patreon, because Patreon is more stepping into the content of entrepreneurship, because people really coming to you now and they like your content. And you're going to have to pay a little money to have good content if you just rely on Patreon without YouTube. You have to have them go somewhere. I did YouTube for a lot of years, and they wiped out every account I've done. And I'm not bitter. They just made me better. So when I started my Roku Fire Stick, Apple TV, I never looked back. What does that mean in essence? You have to know something about development. You don't have to know a lot, but you got to know something. You got to know how to upload your videos and how to do the content, right? So you pay developers. The developers I have paid work for my network, right? They work for the network themselves. They work for developers who develop the content, not my content, but their content of offering servers and things of that nature, right? So I pay close to $1,000 to keep that, to keep my stations on. That's not a lot of money to have your own network. So I've had my own network with Fire Stick Roku for going on 3 years, almost. Time fly, man, almost 4 years. And I haven't looked back. And this is what people say, well, what happened when people can't subscribe? Then you find those that can subscribe. Life is not built on one person who can't keep a bill paid. How do you think Apple stay Apple? How do you think T-Mobile stay T-Mobile? How do you think Cheesecake Factory and Wendy's and McDonald's still make money? If you can't buy the food, they find somebody else that can buy the food. We can't live life based on who can't afford. That's not how the real corporations work. You find those that can rock steady. How do Escalade keep selling cars? How do Tesla keep selling cars? Not on broke folks who keep a damn job. So I got rid of that mentality a long time ago, wondering who can afford it. I don't care who can afford it. I make product for those who can afford it. I can't worry about the has-not. Because as long as you try to cater to those who are crying on their shoulders, you'll go down with them. There's nothing wrong with having some setbacks. But to set your whole corporation, your whole business based on who ain't got none, you would never be an entrepreneur. Because that's the way it goes. You will have some people that just can't afford it. People just have them days. They choose wine, amphetamines. They choose strippers over paying bills. And then they'll give you a horror story while they can't, if you can just see what. No, people get evicted every day out of apartments and houses, foreclosed. What happens? Then they're going to get it right because they got to get somewhere to live, right? Okay, so at the end of the day, if you run an entrepreneur business, you can't worry about the has-nots. And that's the problem with people. You guys ain't ready for business. You ready for YouTube because it's free. You can upload the shit. They give you all the tools, and it's free. You ain't got to worry about no overhead. I don't want free. I want to be able to control. See, at YouTube, by them being your employee, you can't control. They tell you shut the fuck up, you got to shut the fuck up. If they tell you strike, strike. They messing with your money. But if you got your own network, people pay to subscribe. No, your money keep flowing. Ain't no YouTube. I had people, when they first came on Roku, they got mad about some shit. And they was like, where do you go to make a complaint with the community? I was like, motherfucker, this ain't no YouTube. See, that takes out all the kid shit. Only the real men and women get their networks, and there's not many that's doing it. It's not hard, bro. Just understand some text, some HTML. And you don't really have to do that. You made it so easy where you can just upload, but y'all don't even, you're still fearful. Some of y'all would not pay $1,000 a month to keep a network. And I'm just saying that's on a good, my bills go up and down, but just on a ratio day for my networks, I got 3 networks with Karai Films, Apple TV, Roku Fire Stick, and Roku TV and Fire Stick TV. And for all those networks with my app, a little bit close to $1,000. Man, that's beautiful. That is beautiful. Now, if you're thinking about doing it, you heard my voice, you say, well, I want to do that, Yash. Well, it's going to cost you a nice bit to get set up. It depends on, your lingo. To get set up, if they ain't got no special, it's going to cost you about $7-8 grand to get set up. Me, I always wait, I always talk to developers. And these guys are in Russia. So a lot of these Russians do these sites and they connect it. So I just waited until they had some deals and they hit me up and said, Yash, we got a deal going on. Boom, here we go. Same thing with Apple. I remember they first brought it to me, the Russian dude brought it to me because they work for the developers. And they say, you can do Apple. And he wanted me to pay $5 grand. I say, you already know the deal. So he didn't bother me no more. Then he hit me up. I was at the grocery store. Yash, let's get you on. Boom. How much you going to charge? It was only $400 or $500. So it's all in your knowledge. It's all in who you know sometimes. But sometimes if you just know the lingo. Some of y'all don't know shit about HTML, developing, coding. Then you just got to wait till somebody help you. I'm not 100% on it, but I know some. I know a lot to get by. I've been dealing with computers since '85. I've been in the tech world since 1985. So when I talk to you developers, they like to hear a same brain like them. They usually cut me a deal all the time. But if you don't have that ability, you just wait till they do some specials. These pagan holidays coming up, sometimes they do specials. But if you don't have specials, it's going to cost you about $8 grand to get started. And that'll just give you 2 networks, but Apple is totally different. Apple's always high. And that's why some of y'all be like, see, I'll stay on YouTube, but you'll never be an entrepreneur. As long as somebody calling the shots and telling you what to do, you'll never be on. Actually, I got tired of that shit. Man, they strike me so bad. They mess with my money. Every time they strike me, my shit stop monetizing. So you know what? I can't do this. So I never look back. And I'm just saying that to say this. Man, there's nothing wrong with teaching people how to get a bag. But it's all you talk about is getting a damn bag, dressing at Louis, Gucci, Tom Ford shit, bragging about your fucking cars. And I'm going to tell y'all, I'm going to leave it at this. As black people, why do we have to show off so much? Niggas go to the bank and this nigga pulled out $15,000. You don't even need cash today, man. For what? You setting yourself, you show your license plates, you show where you eat, you show where you live, and you don't think somebody's sitting back going, we're going to get him. And you're just too fucking naive to think everybody likes you. And really they don't. I find it bizarre that a man's life going to be taken when he's foolish and showing his goods. You want to show your card. Let me tell y'all, so let me say this and leave this shit alone, because this is going to be some dumbass niggas out here and you can't stop it. Just because a nigga got money don't make him intelligent. These dudes look at their bank accounts every day. That's what makes them so happy and assured. I didn't never look at a bank account. I didn't have a bank account to look at. I just, get my check and do what I do. I was always positive no matter what was coming through the door. Money don't make me talk positive. I'm a spiritual man, and that's what makes me talk positive. See, I'll say this. How many times have you saw Elon Musk show off what he got? He don't have to. And he dressed like a misfit. Let's keep it popping. When I remember when I first started making a little change, I refuse to show people what I make. I don't think it's necessary. Showing somebody on camera your receipts is deadly. It's very deadly. And these dudes are in their 30s and 40s and still ain't woke up, you see. You have to have an understanding about this world that we live in, especially the has-nots. These cats trying to steal to wear the Louis Gucci because they know they'll never buy it, even if they had the money. But they like to see you wear it because they want to take it from you. And you showing them where you live. You showing them how you get down. It's a matter of time for somebody to put a Glock in your head, man. It's going to happen because you're too relaxed. And that so-called I'm blessed shit, that Christianity shit ain't going to help you, homie. You only as safe as your surroundings as you. Your spirit ain't right. If your spirit ain't connected to the universe, ain't nothing going to help you because you got a cloud walking over you. That cloud, see, Satan blesses people, as they say, bless, because as long as you got no light, he going to make you rich. He going to make you filthy. He going to give you all these awards, Academy Awards, People Awards, Choice Award, because you in his game of darkness. The minute you start having light and seeing what I see, Satan got to step away. What's the difference between being wealthy and royalty? Because most of these dudes on YouTube that make good money, they're becoming wealthy. But a man controls that wealth. You see, because you're a puppet to the puppet master. He controls the wealth. I bet you think your grind is so hard, that your grind is so impeccable. You the one you got all subscribers. That's why you're making money, because you got your grind is so hard. Man, the elites control that shit, bro. And they just waiting on the day to pull you in. The elites, when you start meeting celebrities and clapping hands to celebrities, you're on your way in their world. So I say again, what's the difference between rich and what's the difference between wealthy and royalty? Wealthy means you work for somebody. Look at the ball players, $200 million contract. Who they work for? Lakers, right? The Chiefs. What's royalty? Royalty means you understand wording. You're spiritual. You don't have to ask a man for anything, because whatever you want to manifest, you understand the frequency of who you are. You are a lord. You're a master of your own domain, and it will manifest just like that. See, most of these niggas look at their bank accounts every day. And most of these dudes make way more money than me. But why come I live better? You ever, just hear me out. You make more money than Yash Karai, but Yash Karai live better. Yash Karai asks for anything he wants, he gets. But you gotta make sure the money's in the bank. I'm gonna let that ponder, because y'all ain't ready for me, baby. You all ain't not ready for this universe that I live in. Y'all live in a man's universe. Whatever that man provides for you, whatever you two kick out to you, that's what you live for. Because what I'm telling you with words, you will have no understanding what I just said. You're going to look at me with deer headlights and say, what are he talking about? You have to go make sure your money's in the bank. But I'm going to ask for it, because I'm royalty. And royalty steps all over wealthy. Ain't no man going to ever control me or tell me what the hell to do, tell me what to say. I tell them what to do and what to say. That's why I don't do podcast shows. Because everybody that goes in them seats, there's too much wickedness. When you sit down behind another wicked nigga, you're going to pick up his spirit. I ain't got time to jump on there. I don't care what they paying. They pay this. They don't give a shit if they paid $100,000 on the show. Keep it. Stick it up your ass. I don't want it. Because I know there's some stigma that comes with that. I didn't mean to hold y'all this long, but I had to talk about the so-called bag. This shit is totally ludicrous. Our people are trying to live up to the next man. You got niggas that out here trying to tell you how to make money, how to get that bag, and telling you cut your locks. Cut your locks for what? Now I say don't put them tattoos in your face, and if you got locks, like I wear locks, keep them clean. But when another man tell you to cut your locks to appeal for a white man, you out your damn mind to get a job, and then 3 weeks later they cut your ass loose. That's stupid shit. Because you bald headed, rock that shit. But I ain't bald headed, nigga, and I ain't gonna be bald headed. Why do bald headed dudes always talk about brothers with hair? You know our biblical men all had hair because our hair is like antennas. We get our spiritual knowledge with our hair, man. You ain't connected. That's why you don't know. You live your life wealthy for a man. And they tell you what to do in order to go to the next level. Ain't no man going to tell me to go next level. The universe provides that. I just put it in the atmosphere. I need and I want. Let that happen. Barak Atah. You notice I never say amen, because amen say praise man. That's Satan shit. Barak Atah is what we talk about. Peace and favor. What's favor? Oh my Lord. Let's just stop. Look, man, I'm not trying to tell nobody what to do. I'm just sitting here in my kitchen contemplating before I eat my Mediterranean. And y'all let that shit ponder. Play this back as much as you need. I'll put this on YouTube because there's some people need to hear this. Some of y'all are going crazy and going cuckoo trying to get a bag, and you're going to lose your life. Why come content creators are the number one people losing their life? Right now, for us creating content. Why is content creators just dying like flies? And they're young. Because you're listening to another person telling you how to keep your foot on the gas. And that's all they do is 6-7 videos a day. Look, man, the machine owns you right now. And until you understand this spiritual walk, you're going to die, come back. You're going to die, come back. You haven't learned shit. You don't know nothing about purpose. So you're going to keep coming back to this damn so-called world that you think is beautiful because you got a lot of cars, jewelries, and hoes. That don't mean nothing. Learn your purpose, learn words, learn the universe, and you'll stop hustling so hard. Because as a human, we're supposed to connect with the universe. We're putting too much time on content. And if you two shut up shop right now, what y'all gonna do? I'm Yash Kara. I hope this made sense. I hope this made sense to a lot of people. And play it back much as you need it, but only listen to it with like-minded people, because the negativity going to shadow the truth from your ears. And only if they have an ear, let them hear, right? I'm Yash Kara. Y'all be good. One love. Damn, 27 minutes? Damn.